I'm Jason Epperson. This is RV Miles, and it's time for the latest in RV and camping news. Hey, before we jump in, I want to remind you about our mile marker membership. If you want to support this channel, you like this stuff we do, you like these industry news roundup sort of things we do, I do a whole digest email of lots of news in the RV and camping industry that I've just started that goes out to our mile marker members. It's a quick and easy way to support this channel. It's $7 a month, $70 a year. We're doing a free 1 month trial right now. You get extra podcasts and all sorts of stuff. If you wanted to check it out, head over to rvmiles.com/mile markers or take a look at the link in the description. First up, the RV Industry Association has been able to meet with the California Air Resources Board to work on resolving the ruling that will essentially amount to the end of most motorhome sales in 6 states in 2025 and a few more in 2026 and 2027. RVIA staff and several motorhome manufacturers met with CARB on Tuesday in a meeting that was requested by CARB to discuss the RVIA's written comments submitted back in October. According to the RVIA, CARB also wanted to hear more directly from members about what they're being told by the chassis manufacturers about why they're unable to deliver products. From the other articles and statements I've seen on this, it seems like CARB was surprised that motorhome manufacturers were telling RV manufacturers that they wouldn't be able to manufacture compliant chassis. I'm not going to give the whole backstory here because we've covered it in detail in a few videos now, but essentially, starting in 2025, an RV manufacturer, any manufacturer, has to have 11% of their vehicles be zero emission, which is essentially electric and hydrogen, and that percentage will go up over the coming years up until 2036. That's fine for someone like Ford, who makes gas motorhome chassis and electric vehicles like the Ford Lightning. But someone like Freightliner or Spartan, who make big diesel pusher RV chassis, cannot comply because they are specialty manufacturers that don't have the diversification that someone like Ford has. CARB thought they solved this problem by allowing them to purchase unused credits from other manufacturers on a marketplace, which I'm hearing is going to be about $10,000 per credit. So what you have is a situation where you have to pay your competitor 10 grand to be able to compete with them. And the manufacturers say this is not a solution at all. And they were expecting an exemption in October for the comparatively small number of vehicles in these states that are motorhomes, which also don't get driven very much and are therefore lower emitting vehicles than one might think. At the meeting, the RVIA repeated their belief that an exemption or a delay in the implementation from the ruling would be the best way forward. But notably, CARB said it doesn't have the authority to create exemptions to the regulation. They stated that allowable exemptions are set by the law, which created the rule, and not by CARB themselves. So there's no final resolution. Nothing was attained from this meeting other than an agreement to continue talking and another meeting that has been arranged for early December. The RVIA has also been able to clarify that dealers should be able to sell motorhomes in these states as long as the customer intends to register them in a different state, which seems like a way to open up lots of legal weirdness, as most states require that you register your vehicles at your home address. So this would seem to be primarily directed at out-of-state buyers, but some people do work questionable legal loopholes, like getting their vehicles registered under an LLC in Montana or various other options. There are 10 states which have adopted the CARB Clean Trucks rule. California, Massachusetts, New Jersey, New York, Oregon, and Washington will take effect within the 2025 model year, and vehicles in Vermont will take effect within the 2026 model year, and those in Colorado, Maryland, New Mexico, and Rhode Island with the 2027 model year. Starlink has returned to operating a waitlist in parts of the US for residential service, according to a report from the folks at the Mobile Internet Resource Center. Starlink added waitlist areas in a few US states for new residential users where service is currently sold out. As the network expands, they're trying to limit the number of people who buy into it, at least at the residential level, so that they don't reduce the bandwidth of the network too much. Waitlists have also appeared in some areas of Canada and Mexico. This is notable because now that the Roam plan, which is meant for travelers, is significantly more expensive than the residential plan, many RVers have been traveling with the residential plan and changing their address to whatever location they're going to. And they may use the residential plan at home as well and then take it with them wherever they go. You can't have the dish be on both. You have to change the plan, or you take it with you and you change your address. But now, when you get to one of these waitlisted areas, of which there aren't many at the moment, you won't be able to change your address to that location. This could expand, though, going forward as more and more people join the network. The waitlists were a big thing a while back. A lot of you remember they went away and now they're here again. Another reason people use the residential plan is because it gets a higher data priority than the Roam plan. And according to the report, overall Starlink network congestion is on the rise. It's going to be interesting to see what service is like in some of the popular wintering areas in the coming months. Starlink has also finally added a customer support phone number for the US and Canada, but it's only for connectivity problems. You still can't talk to somebody if you're interested in ordering and have questions. More in a moment, but first, this video is sponsored by Liquefied RV Toilet Tank Treatment. Our buddy Matt over at Matt's RV Reviews and his team developed this product, and it has quickly taken over the industry. You're starting to see it in lots of RV dealership stores and more, but you can notably find it on their website at liquefiedrv.com. Over on Amazon, it is the best toilet treatment out there that really keeps your black tank clean and smelling fresh. Liquefied RV Toilet Tank Treatment is the no BS treatment for your RV's tank, and it is one of the best products out on the market. Check it out over at liquefiedrv.com or on Amazon. Battleborn Batteries have announced their next generation of lithium batteries. They're available now at an introductory price as part of a Black Friday sale that goes on through Monday. They're not a sponsor, just letting you know. They're calling them smart batteries with high-level battery communication and monitoring capabilities. Users can track individual battery and full battery bank performance in real time directly from the battery through the Battleborn mobile app. Users can receive critical alerts, access detailed performance data, and review historical reports to optimize system performance. A stability control issue has led to the recall of 30,000 Ram 1500 trucks. The wheel-mounted speed sensor may malfunction due to a damaged part, disabling the electronic stability control, compromising the safety of the vehicle's occupants. The recall is for vehicles manufactured between October 13th, 2023 and August 11th, 2024. If you've recently purchased a Ram 1500, you may soon receive a notification about this issue. Ram dealerships will inspect your vehicle and replace the defective part free of charge if damage is found. Grand Design RV is recalling over 30,000 2022 Imagine, Reflection, Momentum, Solitude, and Transcend trailers. The quick disconnect fittings in the LP gas system may be cracked, causing a gas leak. Dealers will inspect and replace quick disconnect as necessary, free of charge. Owner notification letters are expected to be mailed December 6th. You may remember there was already a recall on this part for these units and for a lot of other manufacturers. It's the quick disconnect for an auxiliary gas grill on the outside of your RV. There were so many recalled that there weren't parts available to just replace them all. So most manufacturers had dealers inspect them for damage and cracks and leaks with a soap test. Apparently, one or more that were inspected by a dealership ended up leaking anyway. So it's very possible that this is just the tip of another widespread recall on these. There's only one or two manufacturers that make these that get them put on RVs. So it could be a lot of other brands. And just a reminder, I don't mention all recalls on here, just really big ones. So make sure your vehicles are properly registered at an address that you get mail at so you can get these notifications. And you can always check your vehicle over on the NHTSA website. New economic data released by the U.S. Department of Commerce's Bureau of Economic Analysis reveals that outdoor recreation continues to be a major driver of the U.S. economy, as well as jobs in local communities. Outdoor recreation generated $1.2 trillion in economic output in 2023. That's 2.3% of gross domestic product and accounts for 5 million jobs and 3.1% of U.S. employees. This is the largest recorded measure since the government started calculating the size of the outdoor recreation economy back in 2012. The outdoor recreation economy has grown 36% since then, accounting for inflation. It contributes more to the US economy than farming, mining, and utilities. Finally, the RV industry is mourning the loss of Peter Legal, CEO of Forest River, one of the largest RV manufacturers with dozens of brands. Pete Legal founded Forest River back in 1996. In under a decade, he built it to be Elkhart County's largest employer before selling it to Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway in 2005. He continued, though, to run it as CEO until his passing, only stepping back from some of his day-to-day responsibilities in recent weeks. Under his leadership, Forest River grew to be one of the largest RV manufacturers in North America, with over 14,000 employees and over 100 facilities in half a dozen states. He had been battling multiple myeloma, cancer of the blood, for several years, and he passed last Tuesday. He was 80 years old. That's it for this week's RV and Camping News Roundup. Thanks so much for being here. If you got something out of this video, hit the like button. If you want more like it, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.